stopped the callous heart, so don't be messing with me now. Look my lover in the eye, winter's coming, so am I. I burned the witch alive, who took my son and husband's lives. But I survived so frisky, now these dragons have my best karmic retribution. There was no preparing them when Crisis tried to mess with the wrong Targaryen. I smarted him like Tyrion when I knew High Valyrian. These creatures on my shoulders, well I think you should be fearing them. You are now watching the throne. I got dragon blood, what you wanna do, son? I got dragon blood, what you wanna do? I got dragon blood, what you wanna do, son? Cause I'm always going hard with my cracky crew. I got dragon blood, what you wanna do, son? I got dragon blood, what you wanna do? I got dragon blood, what you wanna do, son? Cause I'm always going hard with my cracky crew. The Thracky, the Thracky, the Thracky, the Thracky, unsullied behind me, like I'm Illuminati. It's the mother of dragons with my gigantic army. We be marching to Marine, but no, we did yayin'. White girl politicking, that's Daenerys Palin. From Dorne to the Stormlands, the north and beyond, to the Westlands and Essos, I'm keeping it strong. From the Crownlands to the Reach, you know I'm getting love. To the Riverlands and back because I've got that dragon blood. So follow, more clueless, I thought that you knew this, but dragons aren't people, you know we've been through this. I'm quick to burn a hater, no mercy, danger, smacking kings in the face like my name was Cersei Lannister. Burn, burn, you're gonna burn. 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 I got dragon blood, like a cracky crew. I got dragon blood, what you wanna do, son? I got dragon blood, what you wanna do? I got dragon blood, what you wanna do, son? Cause I'm always going hard with my cracky crew. I got burn, burn, you're gonna burn. I got burn, burn, you're gonna burn. I got burn, burn, you're gonna burn. Cause I'm always going hard with my cracky crew. I got dragon blood, you're gonna burn. I got dragon blood, you're gonna burn. I got dragon blood, you're gonna burn. Cause I'm always going hard with my cracky crew.
Got alleyways dusty, back streets are broken. Tokens of the past, tolerated by hoping for a brighter tomorrow. Green grass syndrome, it's drought time, so the lawns dry as a boat. Project a fantasy slept in another direction. Come to quench the thirst for a deeper connection. Eyes leap for a fleeting, we hold our breath and exhale with the current eddy on to the next. Steps remove dust, tread closer to something. The sky hangs low, and I'm hoping it opens, cause I need it now more than ever to bring rain to wash without nothing. Keep on until the world starts rocking. I can see something, maybe it's a source of light. Can't fathom the edges of if it's wrong or right. Like I'm drowning, trying to find down a rope, and my body aches, wishing for the world to stop. I'm getting dizzy and seasick. Nobody means what they speak. My life rough, sprung a leak, face down in the bath, scared of the depth. Creatures of the deep looked at me and they wept. Dark eyes with the salty tears for all my fears. Be grateful for the little precious time you have here. Let go, float, reclaim my life from misstep to shipwreck. like all in one night. What's the cure for that? Nothing. Still trying to find a way to keep buzzing. What's the cure for that? Nothing. Past life path like domino mosaic, kryptonite. Cause this flag bearers made an illuminati. People could try to trick you, they lie to themselves, then betray a false mask and they say it's for real. Is it arrogance, ignorance, mental disturbance? Either way, didn't think I deserved this. The closest thing I've got to a cure for this malady is a pen and a book full of rhymes, rescue remedy. What's the cure for that? Nothing. Still trying to find a way to keep buzzing. What's the cure for that? Nothing. Keep on until the world starts rocking. Keep on until the world starts rocking.
It's my style, everybody thinks it's whack, man. Socks and slides since I was running college track, man. But everyone who knows me knows I'd rather die than feel a toe breeze. Yo, please, I'll be rolling in a whip, man, or chilling by the pool. Take a sip, fam, and it doesn't matter where I sit, man. My toes are always toasty, lit, fam. Do some free weights in the gym, man. While you lacing up, I'm on the bench already facing up. But my undersoul is steady and I rap right with that type of swag that'll smack life into cadavers, even crash type dummies.
You know my feet are never frozen. My toes are toasty with my socks and my slides. You know my feet are never frozen. My toes are toasty with my socks and my slides.
I got my flat socks on, feeling kinda rad. I'm strolling around Whole Foods looking like a dad. Yeah, I'm on my grind, you know what it's gotta mean. Cold brew next week, picking up my coffee beans. Looking out they side, they yakking south before you say, oh no. Before your boy swings back, yo, yo. If you get my viewpoints, go pro. You clean like the rain in Africa, Toto. Black Star gonna be so pro. My tips are always free, pro bono. Translate for your boy Chico. Long story short, this footwear, my cheat code.
You know my feet are never frozen. My toes are toasty with my socks and my slides. You know my feet are never frozen. My toes are toasty with my socks and my slides.
Socks and slides, just one hop, now I got the glide. Socks and slides, hop, whoop, glide.
us in, you've never been to one of our live streams, essentially we draw portraits. So tonight's winner is... Okay, so I've got audio in my ear. So my name's Alethea. I am a portrait artist. I love drawing portraits and creatures from my imagination. So tonight, as the title implies, we're going to be drawing Boy George from the Culture Club. Not the Culture Room, because my mind decided to write Culture Room, and I think it was on Twitch. I meant Culture Club, and it's because there's a Culture Room down here that happens to be a club that you listen to rock music, and I mean, not just rock music, different types of music. Anyway, so I got kind of like eager, and so I sketched a little bit ahead because I kind of got this idea from a live streamer. I think her name is Oak Tea, and she usually prepares the sketch ahead of time just so she can sit there and actually have a conversation with everybody, because I really enjoyed last week's live stream. So if you missed out on last week's live stream, we started drawing Mr. Taco. I wanted to draw Taco just for the sake of drawing tacos, and it became a total thing. So we have Mr. Tofu Taco, in case you aren't familiar with that. I would pull that out right now. You know what? Let's just go for it. But how are you guys tonight? I'm doing freaking fantastic. I was kind of hoping that Taco would get a partner in crime. So in case you don't know, we have a poll on our Instagram page every Thursday, usually every Thursday. Sometimes I fail to post it, and that's just a product of the beast. Anyway, so last week we drew a taco, and it ended up being Mr. Tofu Taco. So this is tofu carne asada, and he's a tofu carne asada taco with a butter knife. Kind of going with, I think I want him to be a serial killer of some kind, and he's got to have a partner in crime. So the choices this week for the Instagram poll were either 80s musician or, because he totally needs a partner in crime, right? I'm totally, like I said last live stream, I'm totally thinking of actually animating this and turning this into a series on my YouTube channel. Just because it was a blast to sit there and actually talk with you guys and actually have a conversation and just contribute to a drawing. I've never actually experienced that before, so it was kind of fun. And I thought we would actually get to give him a partner in crime, but not this week. So this week's winner was 80s musician, like I said. Ball sketchbook. I hate it when that happens. Anyway, so tonight is 80s musician. I got kind of eager in terms of sketching in the land of sketching, and like I said, I kind of got inspired by Oak Tea. So I might adjust a few things from here, but I figured, you know, it gives me the ability to actually have a conversation with you guys if anybody actually wants to chat in the chat window. If not, and you just want to zone out and actually just watch the drawing come to life, totally feel free. I know the music isn't everybody's cup of tea, but it's music that I'm not going to get slammed for with copyright. So if you're curious what I'm actually listening to, it kind of shows in the section above where it says currently listening to. So in case you're wondering what I'm listening to in terms of music, sometimes I just throw it on random. That's kind of like my thing. I love just hitting the random button as of recently and not knowing what I'm listening to. I don't know if anybody else can relate. But that's totally a thing in my park. Anyway, so I figure what we'll do is we will get onward to adjusting whatever we want to adjust, and then eventually to inking. Just because I thought this would be more fun. Plus, I couldn't resist drawing him already. I've been wanting to draw him, but then somebody, I forget, oh my goodness, I can't think of your name right now. Michael? No, not Michael. Your name is escaping me. Oh, crap. Anyway, one of my subscribers, suggested I actually draw Boy George, and I was like, you know what, since you mentioned him, I totally should. He was actually on my list of artists, or list of people that I want to draw. In case you're curious, and you want to basically add somebody to the list, feel free to comment in any of my videos or send me a message through Instagram. Or if you're just completely like a YouTube person or a Twitch person, just feel free to message me or leave a comment or put something in the chat window. That always works too, because I usually do look at them. Tonight we are drawing, like I said, Boy George. I'm gonna get to adjusting little parts of him. So this is the sketch that we started with. I'll show it to you guys right there. I don't know why. It's a little odd. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. It just feels a little bit dark to me. I don't. Anyway, so this is the sketch that we did, and then we transferred it to the actual cardstock. Give or take, sometimes it turns out just right, sometimes not. In weeks past, beyond Mr. Tofu Taco, we've drawn Malcolm from Jurassic Park, just to show you guys a few before we start. And then we've got Fear and Loathing, Hunter S. Thompson, Johnny Depp. Then the week before that, we've got Robert Smith from The Cure. This is probably one of my favorites so far, just because I love this shirt. I love drawing funky things. And then we got Alf and Madonna. She's a zombie, in case you don't get it. There's the missing eyes. So I did a zombie series, and people have just been asking and requesting to add to the zombies. So if there's a zombie that you don't see that I've drawn yet, definitely let me know. It's usually, I draw people that have passed away as zombies, mostly, but I will totally entertain the idea of drawing somebody who's not into a zombie. Anyway, this is the dude. If you follow me, if you do TikTok, because I know not everybody does all the social medias, if you do TikTok, I recently posted the dude into a 15-second time lapse. Eventually they make it onto my YouTube channel, so if you want to follow me on YouTube and get the condensed versions of these live streams, and sometimes they go for a very long time, and I know some people want to see the whole live stream, but they just can't, they just don't have the time. So I came up with this whole idea of doing 15-second, taking the live streams and turning them into, anyway, so that's the latest one that I've posted to TikTok. All my social media, for the most part, with the exception of Twitch, is at Inkeater. We'll really down to the very end of this sketchbook almost. I think we have like maybe one or two, and just a little tiny little one to basically tweet out to everybody that we are live streaming, and we'll get onward from there. Feel free, like I said, to leave any comments in the chat, like if you got any questions. Tonight we just happened to actually sketch out the drawing beforehand, and that's just because I realized it was a lot more entertaining when I saw somebody who was doing a live planned out. So the focus was realistically like coloring it and inking it, which I thought would be a better fit or to actually like make these live streams a little bit more fun. Anyway, let's get onward to taking the short break to tweet out to everybody that we're live streaming, and then we'll be back in like not even 5 minutes. I would say give me 3 minutes, and we'll be back to actually inking this guy once I adjust a few things that I want to adjust. Anyway, let's get onward to that.
Said I'm here right now, and baby, that's all that matters. And now she walking around my place with no clothes on. So draw the blinds, baby, we can put a show on. Just know that I won't be tripping no matter how we continue, cause I'ma be great without you. Imagine how I'd be with you. I swear that there ain't no telling what we gon' do. I'm just trying to love you. So come and spend the night, let me treat you right, baby, baby, because ain't no question what we want to. Let me be the one. I'm just trying to love you. So come and spend the night, let me treat you right, baby, baby, because ain't no question what we want to. Let me be the one to do this thing together. Ain't nobody do it better than
Live and complain. It's been a stormy day here in South Florida, but other than that, it's been relatively awesome. So I'm just going to touch up a few parts that I want to touch up or I want to change around. But for the most part, I'm going to be keeping it the same. Feel free. Before I get lost again, drawing portraits pretty. And if that's totally your thing, then definitely follow me on YouTube World. And that's something that I've been exploring for the month of Inktober. So if you're into ink drawings and hearing about cryptids and legends and the stories behind them, that's the Instagram channel. And the choice was between whether or not Mr. Tofu Taco got a partner in crime or 80s musician, but essentially 80s musician won. So tonight we are drawing Boy George from the Culture Club. So we're gonna get onward to actually just changing maybe a few things. I think I'm pretty good. I just want to solidify a little bit of what I'm doing down here and a little bit of the hair. Other than that, we'll get onward to inking. So I'm gonna can't talk. I'm gonna turn on some tunes, and feel free to leave anything in the chat. And if you're somebody who's a creative and you've been wanting to work on something, bust out that drawing, or bust out that piece of artwork that you want to finish, or that crocheting project, and just listen to some tunes. I know they're not the world's greatest, but hey, copyright is copyright, and hey, if we want to stream on all these platforms, kind of have to do what you got to do, right? I think in the future I might actually find a playlist, like, you know, curate a playlist and just stream that playlist instead of having to rely on another service. I don't know yet. I haven't decided, but anyway, I ramble and I rant. I hope you guys are doing awesome though this Saturday night. I'm doing freaking fantastic, like I said. Other than the storms, it's been relatively chill and cool. So we're gonna get onward to the hair. So let's turn on some tunes, and feel free to bust out that project that you've been wanting to work on.
Just messaged with Too Mellow about how I love the skit on his album, and he said people had told him that, and it made him feel more comfortable with just being himself more on albums. So while I sat here trying to figure out what to do after they said, incoming stuff. I upgraded from an iPhone X to an XS Max for no reason, and now none of the packages I bought were on my phone. So I hit play on this pre-made package and decided to write a couple of lines, which turned into a couple of verses. My wait, and if you
definitely turn on your own. I definitely do see it eventually when I do take a little bit of a break from drawing. So let me get the water and we'll be right back.
Put 'em up, let me hear your roar. Let me see that cosplay. Shout out to the con. This is dedicated to all you crazy MFers that I be seeing at every single con. Doesn't matter if I'm East Coast, West Coast, down with the dirty South. That's a ludicrous reference.
didn't, and before we actually make a big mess, adding water to our water pen, because I'm realizing I didn't add enough. How are you guys doing tonight? If you're just joining us, we're drawing Boy George from the Culture Club. So far, this is what he looks like. Trying not to actually ruin him. But I think I like what I've done so far. Tonight, if you're normally with us with live streams, we usually draw the whole drawing live. But I thought, because I saw a different streamer, I can't think of her name, I think it's Oak Tree. She recently did a live stream where she had already had game prepared, so to speak, because she was doing, I think, Copic markers. I can't really remember. But I thought I'd give it a try. Plus, it makes it a little bit more entertaining. Plus, I can hopefully clear when I was doing the sketch. So if you can see right here, there's some lines right here, and that came from this one pen that is a lot thinner that I like using, but it's been a jerk, and it actually fixed itself. We'll know once we start inking, and then it doesn't want to work. I don't know what's up with it. I've cleaned it, cleared it, can't figure out what was going on with it. Let's just see here. So I'm gonna go with it works for right now. Fingers crossed it makes it through the live stream, because I really like these pens. So these are these carbon ink pens from Japan, it says. I think they're just called carbon ink. I think it's called platinum carbon ink. And I really like them because they come with these ink cartridges. Granted, I want to find a way to actually refill them, so I can just buy a big bottle of ink and just keep refilling them. But this one has a very, very fine point that mimics a micron. My issue is I blow through microns like crazy, that I can't justify buying them. And I don't know about anybody else, but sometimes I feel like I don't know how long that marker has sat on the shelf. I don't know how many people have played with that marker, because in some cases, some of the stores don't have them sealed. I don't know if that happens to anybody else. I might be the only one there. But we're going to get onward to inking this guy. And then, oh, I was also mentioning about my pens that I have a thicker nib as well. And I've been really loving these pens. The only thing that I found to be a problem is this guy got clogged in some way or some capacity, and I'm not sure how. I'm realizing you guys can't see a lot of this on camera because I'm going further lower. I'm going a lot lower than I am upward. New camera angle. That's another thing. I changed the camera angle so you guys would get a little bit more detail when I do start to ink, because for some reason the quality, see if it's really the camera or it's the angle that I'm using. But yeah, we're gonna get onward to inking. Hopefully this guy actually lasts us. And I'm gonna turn on some tunes, so feel free to actually just grab it and hang out for the whole entire live stream. Definitely follow me on YouTube at Inkeater. I normally post 15-second clips of these live streams condensed down into 15 seconds, just so they're easily consumed for those people who just can't stay up so late or just can't watch the whole entire live stream in the end. So I'm gonna turn on some tunes and we're gonna zone out and get, I guess, so to speak,
one sound and you fail. Go.
Now the way I be rock, I don't think you got ready. I hog the beat like Bebop, bring the blue committee. Ain't blue, but they green and mean. Ninjas and turtles and pizza machines. Leonardo Warrior on a Dylan Hatcher. Dylan, but I keep it nerdcore cause I'm a genius Donatello. You listen to One Up and you said he's just a stupid lame. Didn't understand cause you're a crank, just a stupid brain. The world ain't what it seems. You ain't never seen the world's most fearsome fighting scene. When you're a little bit older, you realize the meaning of being useless as a foot soldier. Yo, my lines are heavy sauce, pizza rhyme, and you know what it is, trick pizza time. You realize eventually come around, that's rotunda. Just go and yell the victory cry, cowabunga.
Oh, you want that old chorus? Guess what? Feelings don't care what you want. Stockman so fly, they called him Gold Bloom. Rat King so mousy, they should get a room. Just listen to wing nut, you gotta screw loose. Aliens are the norm in this batch of turtle soup.
I spoke too soon. It stopped working. Dang it. Use. See what sometimes, and I don't get it. It's not the paper because the other one works. I know it's not the paper. I just don't know what's going on there. Maybe we're gonna get onward to inking.
In the first verse, I hit you with the pizza rhyme. Slip into the past, slippery sloping like I'm spitting slime. Ninja Turtles in time. I'm gonna shell shock this line so hard that it'll silence. Then my crescendo, megaphone, fine tunes, yellow bone. Sewer surfing myself right up to the technodrome. Started from the sewers, now the whole team stepping here. Shredded, destroyed, never reappear. The world ain't what it seems. You ain't never seen the world's most fearsome fighting team. When you're a little bit older, you realize the meaning of being useless as a foot soldier. Yo, my lines are heavy sauce, pizza rhyme, and you know what it is, trick pizza time. You realize eventually come around, that's rotunda. Just go and yell the victory cry, cowabunga.
Cowabunga with the cowboy breaker. Got my dual shred out town, left, right, with the connection to the boys. They got some toys for the fans. Busy destroying worlds, teleports in New York City. Brain flying in, he wants to steal the show. Got Irma scared Splinter doing rat time kung fu. Multicolor foots holding up the traffic. Populace freaking out, kid track breaking habits.
Don't need ooze to give him a bruise when the science orders are ass kicking. Don't get included in my muse. Play it cool, have a temper that's worse than Raphael. They say I should keep it inside, but what the shell? That's why my name ring bells like Floridor Naga. Take it back, ring bells like Hector Salamanca. Breaking Bad, born to be the city's heroes. More cutting edge than what's wielded by Leo. Bite styles like mouses, got nothing in stock, man. Think the backs to the fly, get the swatter fam. We'll take them lightly, but that's an easy win to me. Tuss, you said it best, never lower your eyes to enemies. Keep them hush like secrets at TGRI. Closest thing to perfect, 9.95. Splinter told me if I touch beats, treat it like pizza and eat it. Super shred the mic, so good.
The world ain't what it seems. You ain't never seen the world's most fearsome fighting team. When you're a little bit older, you realize the meaning of being useless as a foot soldier. Yo, my lines are heavy sauce, pizza rhyme, and you know what it is, trick pizza time. You realize eventually come around, that's rotunda. Just go and yell the victory cry, cowabunga. Welcome to the show, got another storyline. Sit yourself down, about to be a gory time. Toss away, but back on the come up. Wanna step up, get my sum up, we gon' run up. This is destiny to be the greatest guardian alive. Can't be complacent, Crota got it once, Horse got it too. Third time's the time, tell you what we gon' do. No more legendary, gon' be exotic like all gon' learn. He ain't never gon' stop the light. It's a battle, hop back in the saddle. We will wrestle and hassle, and now we're breaking all the shackles. From the earth to the moon and Saturn, Guardians band together and recover the light that was shattered. Underdogs now, you ain't even pay us one thought. Just wait till we blow up like the rounds of my hunter sunshine.
Got a supercharged, then you getting a quad on my squad. Please, no relay, no. When you run across the map and you keep getting capped, no please. Go with the game flow. When you at the power ammo, when you got some weak sauce in your hand. Back up off, yo. These gaming MCs, we got one destiny, what that be? Wiping maps, yo. Yeah.
Slashing in a disorderly fashion, we make it happen. Give me the loot, it's time to cash in. Every player should hold me in high esteem when I strike with my fire and Ariana's vengeance. The weapons are exotic, you can't stop the product. Zavala bring the drama, you cannot deny it. My movement you can't weaken, so we gotta crush the red legion and leave them dead bleeding. Elemental affinity for big guns. Sunshot, one shot, all you kids done. Beautiful, meet me in the crucible.
You gotta supercharge, then you get in the quad on my squad. Please, newbie, lay low. When you run across the map and you keep getting capped, newbie, please. Go with the game flow. When you at the power ammo, when you got some weak sauce in your hand. Back up off, yo. These gaming MCs, we got one destiny, what that be? Wiping maps, yo.
Yo, Rory XP is empowering this. Guardian from my well like empowering rift. Call a storm. Flash. Lightning ions, blasting guardians off the wall, fighting lions. Go ahead and beg, I will not stop. No community, but my game be going pop, pop. Savage, merciless, no time for fake.
Blast, Mike, a sign of your nervousness. You getting nothing but the best from me. Just accept it, it's destiny. Let's go.
When you gotta supercharge, then you get in the quad on my squad. Please, newbie, lay low. When you run across the map and you keep getting capped, newbie, please. Go with the game flow. When you at the power ammo, when you got some weak sauce in your hand. Back up off, yo. These gaming MCs, we got one destiny, what that be? Wiping maps, yo.
Process. When you do, then you analyze the grind. It's no good if you can't define. Go smarter, pull out your project charter. Keep your skirt. Cyclops, translate for your boy with the VOC. It's the OG, it's better than saying he told me. First, get your mind straight, approach it like a blind. Fine, don't attack where your charter at. Take it back to the fine, where your starter facts. Take it back to the fine, let's make it smarter. Keep back, take it back to the fine, where your charter at. Take it back to the back, take it back, take it. I'ma guess where you messed up, beta. Where the plan at, better check that data. I don't care if it's mini tab or stata, need to get on the same wavelength, beta. Hold up, better cap that track back, cause you said you don't even know where the map is at. So put the straps back and hit 'em up. Watch the steps that they do and get 'em written up. If you got an SME you haven't hollered at, better pull a Gwen Stefani and holler back. Then you get to roll to the root cause. Look for things you haven't seen before, VUPA. Do away with all the noise, you gotta isolate the top 3. Take it back, yeah. Take it back, take it back, take it back, take it back, where your flow's at. Take it back, better go again. Take it back, ain't no day yet. Take it back, take it back, take it back, take it. If you forget where you are, yo, I got ya. Just think of me like Phantom of the Opera. Now we in the phase of solution generation. Mark all your charts with the new iteration. Before you go and change, man, you know you better have a really good change plan. Went too fast, that takes a toll. Now your process is out of control. Gotta take measures to protect the improvements you made and control your process. It's not sticking, bro. Who you kidding, yo? Bet you ain't even check your residuals. Go check again, better get it right. Control Charlie Bubba Sparks, get it right, get it tight. You can roll, yeah, you and a friend. Improve your process one time, do it again. Take it back to the fine, where your charter at. Your starter facts. Take it back to the fine, let's make it smart, cast. Take it back, take it back, take it back, take it back to the fine, where your charter at. You've finished, and you've set the bar higher than the original point, and you get to go back and do another process improvement project starting at define. Ah, see? Take it back to define, get it?
These aren't kid gloves, Mr. Valiant. Destroying rappers like Judge Doom, killed that, Marvin Act, cutting them like sword and axe, that dip running through Toontown, these Looney Tunes, companies can't stop that, havoc, that independence with suspense, like a villain, black trench, creating inventions so greater, for the haters, never need, no tactics, who frame, Roger Rabbit, don't opposition, hardness, top notch, just check and watch, live quick, I spit quick, animation reality, destroy the town, they mad at me, independent like wheel spinning, water machine, time machine, melt down, they head down. In Toontown, we come around, we rush out, no doubt.
I'll put this rabbit in the dip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. Let's put these tunes up in the dip. When you dip, I dip, we dip. I'll put the shoe up in the dip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. When I'm mobbing with the weasels, we can dip Toontown into a put this rabbit in the dip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. Let's put these tunes up in the dip. When you dip, I dip, we dip. I'll put this shoe up in the dip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. When I'm mobbing with the weasels, we can dip Toontown into the ground. Got a lot on my plate, dog. Only thug rabbit out here in Toontown. Baby Herman put the knife down. Papa Weasel for my peoples like clap clap. Giving haters dirt naps. I got a girl and she always got the carrot cake. It's an interspecies romance. Real rabbit shit. Roger be mobbing all day. With Mickey Mouse making that pay. Them cream won't be showing his face. He'd probably be after our day. The dippy be letting it spray. I won't believe it, I can't believe it, I shan't believe it, no way. Cause Roger Rabbit don't play. Doing donuts all day. With Eddie Valiant, we all about it. You best get out of our way. You know I'm putting in work. These fools about to get murked. With that acetone and that turpentine and that benzene going berserk. Roger Rabbit, Roger Rabbit. Box office smash like a Roger Rabbit. You 3 dope shorts like a this rabbit in the dip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. Let's put these tunes up in the dip. When you dip, I dip, we dip. I'll put the shoe up in the dip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. When I'm mobbing with the weasels, we can dip Toontown into a ground. This rabbit in the dip. When I dip, you in the dip. When you dip, I dip, we dip. I'll put this shoe up in the dip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. When I'm mobbing with the weasels, we can dip Toontown into the ground.
Soon where Toontown once stood will be a string of fast food restaurants with Bible verses confusingly printed on cheeseburger wrappers and soda cups. Guitar retailers with wonderful, overpriced prosumer gear. As far as the eye can see, my God, it'll be beautiful. Check out the Squire Strat I got for $200. What a bargain.
I'll put this rabbit in the dip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. Let's put these tunes up in the dip. When you dip, I dip, we dip. I'll put the shoe up in the dip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. When I'm mobbing with the weasels, we can dip Toontown into the ground. This rabbit in the dip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. Let's put these tunes up in the dip. When you dip, I dip, we dip. I'll put the shoe up in the dip. When I dip, you dip, we dip. When I'm mobbing with the weasels, we can dip Toontown into the ground. Baron Von Rotten, Baron Von Rotten, Baron Von Rotten has very bad morals. In it, Baron Von Rotten in it. Baron Von Rotten has very bad morals in it.
Hello.
Hey, Dad, how are you?
Hey, buddy. How you doing, mate?
Good. We're just finishing up the record. I'm in Berkeley right now.
Oh, that's cool. How's the record going?
It is good. I'm really happy with it. And, you know, I've been listening to a lot of E40 to get in the zone. What did you think of his new album?
Oh, E40, he's awesome. He really represents Bay Area indie rap. You know, he's been around for a while and he started small. He's one of the best in the game, buddy.
Chill.
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 Hey, do you sometimes kind of wish I'd gone to law school? think it's Mr. Rhymes. Going in like Quabby, like this is not the undeclared MC Lars merch that you're looking for. I could levitate like Yoda, I'd eradicate Ebola. I could pick up girls, literally, even master the viola. I could read all of War and Peace in 10 minutes, entirely in Russian just to say that I did it. I could even catch that golden snitch playing Quidditch.
Wait, wrong movie, innit?
Pod racing up the 101, surpassing Golden Gate traffic. R2 on the roof of my Prius, dude. I could FaceTime holographic. I'd play for the A's and we'd win every game. Resurrect Mac Dre, do it all for the Bay. They'd all say, hey, Lars is Nito, and always let me cut the line at El Theralito. 2 years ago, a friend of mine asked me to say some Jedi rhyme. So I said this rhyme I'm about to say. I fought the Sith, and it went this way.
If I were a Jedi, bet I'd get all the ladies. I would mac it more than Dumbledore or Leto Atreides. If you try to strike me down, I'll just be more powerful. If I were a Jedi, that would be hella awesome. Singing do or do not, there is no try. Do or do not, there is no try. Do or do not, there is no try. And if you don't believe it, you will fail every time.
It's a trap! It's a trap! Hey! 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 It's a trap!
Why don't you just come on over? Why? It still feels good. Not sure of what you mean to me. Needy on the honor roll with a lot of dough that's always down to go. Or do you just want someone with common goals? Someone who stays or leaves before the sunlight. This ain't a courtroom, no judgment city. Would you see me on tour? Said I had a metaphor, but I think I'm at a 10. So there's something I gotta ask before the night ends. Why don't you just come on over? Why don't you just stay with me? Said I can give you more than everything you need. What's he got that I don't got, girl? Yeah, baby, do you wanna maybe lay under the stars and just stare up at affection? The night said that it's young and I'm relaying them. Do you wanna make out, baby? Do you wanna maybe lay under the stars and just stare up at affection? Don't think long, these are simple questions like I just really wanna love you. And I just want you here with me tonight. Are you high on life or are you down to your luck? Won't you just come on over? Why don't you just stay? You got that I don't got, girl. Give me just a thing or two. I don't have all the answers, but there's no question what we should do. I don't have all the answers, but there's no question what we should do.
this ish. Grab my girl again, bro, man, you thinking you slick? Serious? At first, man, my mom was in a stupor. It seems they ain't learned from that song Super Cooper Troopers. So I got up and sipped the Bloody Mary. Feeling very merry before I go make a Bloody Larry. Cooper Jr. Morton and Desert Cooper Hari. But ran into some fire bros, they make me very worried. Stood tall and I went off like a missile. And much to my pleasure, I was awarded with a war whistle. Now I'm in the Iceland, Lemmy, I'm here. Wendy thankful for the war, who was in the clear. At this point, I'm on the slip and slide with so much swag. I turn around on the ice and do the slip and glide. Woke up in the morning, didn't think my day be such a hassle. All I'm hearing now is your princess in another castle. Step 1, pulse in the place. Step 2, make sure you leave a trace. A Koopa shells and Goombas when you smash in their face. You thought that was rough? Oh, just you wait. Step 3, while they writhing and they dying, watch me flying to save the girl. Come on, man, I'm trying. Step 4, kill them off with no haste, now I'm baffled. Wait, my princess is in another castle? Now since they got me running, got me looking, figured I'd swing by Toad, see what they got cooking. Tanuki suit, frog suit, and even had the fire flower. Secret agent 24 hours a day, Jack Bauer. Continue this, the Goombas, man, they gonna get stomped. Even the Thwomp's gonna get school, I chain them like chomps. Now I'm the pedal to the metal, and I'm pushing on the needle. Ate a leaf, and now I'm so fly, you back on the trail. But you think that I was done, kid? Drumming up a storm, while I'm breaking the world of love with. And I get my princess back, you better say your prayers, Trick. I'll bring you to the ground, I'm gonna anchor down your airship. But here we go, the moment has finally arrived. The end to this crazy day will finally be contrived. Got the big dog here, and he know it's time to wrestle. Because I know my princess is being held here in Bowser's castle. Step 1, pulse in the place. Step 2, make sure you leave a trace. A Koopa shells and Goombas when you smash in their face. You thought that was rough? Oh, just you wait. Step 9, watch me flying to save the girl. Come on, man, I'm trying. Step 4, kill them off with no haste. Now I'm baffled. Wait, my princess is in another castle?
And now, a poem by Hans Moleman. I think that I shall never see. My cataracts are blinding me.
Moleman, Hans Moleman, can't keep Hans Moleman down. Moleman, Hans Moleman, can't keep Hans Moleman down. Moleman, Hans Moleman, can't keep Hans Moleman down. Moleman, Hans Moleman, can't keep Hans Moleman down.
Hans Moleman is his name, aka Ralph Mellish. He's a stone cold player, Artie as if was mad jealous. When he dated Selma first, plus he's only 31. Drinking ruined his life, is such a sad story, son. Got his grandmother, then chill with her in bed. Another day for Hans, but he's back on his feet, cause he's the mother flipping man. You know there's no escape from the fortress of the moles. He's been burnt, run over, buried, but he's still on a roll. He's been radiated, detonated, heartbroken twice. The Lazarus of Springfield, always coming back to life. His name is Moleman, Hans Moleman. You can't keep Hans Moleman down. He's the bad luck Brian up 920 Oak Grove. Hipster glasses so thick and brown. Moleman, Hans Moleman. You can't keep Hans Moleman down. Cause he's trying out for Poochie while he's waiting on his kidney. He's the talk of the whole darn town. Have you seen his green pants? Have you seen his new shirt? He wasn't yelling boo, he was yelling blue urns. Attacked by Roomba robots gone anthropomorphic. He's part Ruby the dog and part Kenny McCormick. He was riding on his Harley on the cover of his bio. Crashed into Planet Hype, yeah, he's been up there for a while. He was telling you, well, he's still dependable when he rub. And one day it was discovered that the whole thing was a hoax. So they tied him to a horse out in the desert, let him go. This player was the mayor over 30 years ago. Brought an anthem to the people, he told everyone he rubbed. And one day it was discovered that the whole thing was a hoax. So they tied him to a horse out in the desert, let him go.
Serious, but when it's time to game, I go delirious. Cause in the office, I gotta keep it calm. But in rivals, you gonna catch these palms. I rock set a burn, so don't test me. And those who do will get rock ready. No, you're not ready. How I fire these Flintstones, you'll get rock ready. Ha, you not deadly. You beating me, please, hardly. And when you lose, you'll be like, the wrong one. Steve Harvey, get lit up again. Then you blame it on the paddles, cause I force burns MIB, moving in shadows. Who's next? Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
Level up, level up, level up, level up. Holla at me, better measure and settle up. If you want me, better level up. Diner Boutique is my style now. It's like I'm floating off the ground now. I'm on another level, Cartier on the bezel, yeah. I get the money and run, I get the money and run. You think I'm falling in love, but it's just no one to bluff. I get it, I live it, tryna fit in my world, but it's far from basic. No, I'm not complacent, got it so good, no, you can't replace it. Level up, level up, level up, level up. Holla at me, better measure up. Swerving in the Lambo, rev it up. Level up, level up, level up, level up. Talking money, we can settle up. If you want me, better level up. I've been on, 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 I've been been on another level. I've been on wow now. I've been on another level. I've been on wow now. I've been on another level. I've been on wow now. I've been on. If you wanna get with me, you better level up. If you wanna get with me, you better level up. Or you cannot get with me. Level up, level up, level up. Holla at me, better measure up. Swerving in the Lambo, rev it up. Level up, level up, level up, level up. Talking money, we can settle up. If you level up, level up, level up, level up, level up. Talking money, we can settle up. If you want me, better level up.
He's Gazorpazorp Field, and you know destruction's in his nature. Half cat, half Gazorpian, and he don't like you either. Smack you in the head with the telephone receiver. Spitting racial epithets, spilling coffee on the table. A dark and sick reality since Rick hooked up the cable. It's Garfield minus Garfield plus a little Scorsese. While Morty's in his room with the robot making babies. On the matriarchal planet, all the women call the shots. And Lorenzo music's still alive, involved in every plot. Playing Venkman in the cartoon like Bill Murray in the movie. Rick Sanchez making conversation, and it's mad confusing. He's Gazorpazorp, Gazorpazorp Field, Gazorpazorp, Gazorpazorp Field, Gazorpazorp, Gazorpazorp Field, Gazorpazorp, Gazorpazorp Field. He's Gazorpazorp, Gazorpazorp Field, Gazorpazorp, Gazorpazorp Field, Gazorpazorp, Gazorpazorp Field, Gazorpazorp. John, this is not a joke. Gazorpazorp Field, you've been a very bad cat. Putting normal in the oven, throwing Odie in the vat. A boiling stew with a parent staying single, I don't even know. Raising flu awareness every song and every show. So call me MC Haps, I'm a virus-hating rapper. Hoping Morty loves me, he's been looking very dapper. He's Gazorpazorp, Gazorpazorp Field, Gazorpazorp, Gazorpazorp Field, Gazorpazorp, Gazorpazorp Field, Gazorpazorp, Gazorpazorp Field. He's Gazorpazorp, Gazorpazorp Field, Gazorpazorp, Gazorpazorp Field, Gazorpazorp, Gazorpazorp Field, Gazorpazorp. This is not a joke.
They call me Gazorpazorp Field. I've got an oddly improvisational feel, to be real. From a planet where males grow up to kill. John reads from his paper, but your boy keeps it real. Hit it with a you're a dumb, weak, stupid idiot. Throw a little white guild in for the fun of it. Gazorpazorp Fields is a line and I'm crossing it. Unlike ants in my eyes, Johnson, you are feeling it. I'm Gazorpazorp, it's not rude if it's honest, yo, and honestly, John's a milk toast piece of garbage, and you better prep my enchiladas with the garnish. Best believe, better leave all the cheese that was promised. Each and every weekday, stream to your monitors. Rating so high that it stops the thermometer. Driving my
Gazorpazorp Field, Gazorpazorp, Gazorpazorp Field, Gazorpazorp, Gazorpazorp Field, Gazorpazorp, Gazorpazorp Field. He's Gazorpazorp, Gazorpazorp. John, this is not a joke. Where's my enchiladas? Where's my enchiladas? Where's my enchiladas, John? This is not a joke. Where's my enchiladas? Where's my enchiladas? Where's my enchiladas, John? This is not a joke. Where's my enchiladas? Where's my enchiladas? Where's my enchiladas, John? This is not a joke. Where's my enchiladas? Where's my enchiladas? Where's my enchiladas, John? This is not a joke.
Hey Corvo. Hey Carm. Oh man. Yeah. Hey. Oh, I'm late. No worries, dude. Actually tonight we sketched ahead, and we had the sketch already ready before we started the live stream. So you may have missed some, but we kind of like sped up the process because we're trying something different tonight. Fun tunes here too. Oh, thanks. It's hit and miss. I'm trying to go with copyright share what I'm currently listening to, so that's kind of why you can see a little. But yeah. Tonight we're drawing Boy George. He was who won the poll this week. I actually post a poll weekly, so you guys get to choose what we're going to draw the following week. But I know not everybody participates in that way. But if you ever have an idea of something that you'd like me to draw, definitely feel free to drop it in the comments. I usually add it to lists that I have, and then if it gets suggested on a poll, it kind of gets drawn. But ultimately, like, the list goes down in crime for Taco or 80s Musician, and 80s Musician won this week, so we're drawing Boy George. I'm almost done. I'm gonna let it probably dry a little bit before I add a little bit more shadow, just because I don't want the paper to buckle. So I think I might call it a night here in a little bit. But yeah, no, you didn't miss much. Glad you came. I mean, we didn't hang out or anything, you know what I mean? No, I got you. All for avoiding copyright stuff when possible. Me too, but I would totally love to, I don't know, like, I guess I just like sharing things that I'm listening to. Because I was sitting there thinking, like, because I've got a record player over here, I was thinking about, playing some records, but then I was like, copyrightness. Especially YouTube. YouTube, I think, is the jerk in all of this, because if I want to post to YouTube, I can't do can't do copyrighted music. I can do copy-free music, so I kind of default to that. But yeah. Had fun drawing Boy George tonight. I just really wanted to draw his hair. That's just me. I hope everybody is having an awesome Saturday. I'm having a pretty decent one. I'm so happy that how this one... I have one of these pens that just has no desire to actually let out ink. And I haven't figured out what it is yet. Oh, nice. I'm an 80s kid. I was born in the 80s. I was more like an early, like, I would say like mid-80s kid. 90s kid. I was born in 84. So I love Boy George. I love all the 80s music. In case you missed it, we actually drew Robert Smith from The Cure a while back. I think there's a 15-second live stream. They just kind of want to see a little bit, or they just want to see the final product. So I started to actually take the live streams that I've done and condense them down into 15-second clips. If you're on TikTok, you can follow them on there, but I usually post them to YouTube. Just gonna add a few more layers of like darkness, and then I might call it a night, just because I don't want to add too many layers, and then the paper just goes, haha, just kidding, I don't want to take it. And I feel like I'm in a, you know that part when you're drawing, I guess if you draw or you do something creatively, like where you have to just walk away from it and make sure that you fully like it before you commit to it. But I'm really liking this drawing and how it turned out. I play stuff in my videos a lot, though. It's usually obscure enough to evade the authorities. Ha! Oh yeah, no, that's the best part. You know what's interesting is I've realized that also some people play, some people that I know play Spanish music, and it kind of, but obscure stuff, totally. I should really pick out some obscure stuff that I have. But I don't know. That's been my thing as of recently. I've been just really enjoying listening to soundtracks. I was born in 75, and my one brother was born in 86. Oh yeah, see, for me, I have two brothers, and one was born in 89, and then 86 was my other brother, and then I'm born in 84. I am the shortest and the oldest, but they are the tallest, and it's not fair. That's a whole story for another day, though. I'm getting to that point where I'm gonna walk away from the drawing. But if you want to follow us, definitely look up at Ink Eater on YouTube, and you can subscribe to our channel. Right now we're exploring cryptids worldwide. I'm just drawing creatures for Inktober. I led into it from last year's collection, which I posted in September, which was Latinx Files, where I explored cryptids from Latin America. So if that's your thing, definitely feel free to subscribe. But if that's not your thing, then totally don't. No worries. I don't necessarily push it. If you're into it, awesome. If you're not, it's cool. I think I'm reaching the point of, like, I'm gonna call it a day. Yes, I'm a little big brother here. Yeah, I'm the oldest. And that my brothers, because they're taller, are the older ones. So this is our boy George. Probably gonna call it a night tonight. Sorry that you came in late, Carm. Next time, I don't think I'll sketch ahead. Although I will say that I did like sketching ahead because it kind of got drawing and totally. And if you want to subscribe to any of my content, it's at Ink Eater. I'm pretty much on all the different social medias if that's your thing. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. Pick your poison, so to speak. Anyway, I hope you guys are having an awesome Saturday into Sunday, wherever the heck you are, into this weekend, and hopefully things get better. But I appreciate anybody who joined in on the live stream, and if you want to participate in future polls, definitely follow me on Instagram. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys have an awesome night, weekend, and yeah. Bye. Bye, guys.
Scoping out the Lululemon if it line on her phone. Using Amazon Mom cause she's always on the go. Watching Girls on HBO really takes her back to the Bushwick parties and the vinyl stacks. She misses Cafe Grumpy and Brooklyn Label, but when she's back in Franklin she can never get a table. She remembers Luna Lounge where she passed out flyers for an underground band named Arcade Fire. Before Lena Dunham was successful and paid, Hipster Girl was on the L trying to find her way.
Well, Hipster Girl grew up and got her MFA. Married with the mortgage and an IRA. Hybrid minivan up in the carpool lane. But Hipster Mom is doing okay.
This may seem like a stupid question, but is breast milk vegan? Can I call you back in a bit? I have to Skype my lactation consultant.
She looks so good when she shops organic, cause she cares about her baby and the future of our planet. But life has gotten hectic now that she's become a mom. Though the charter school waiting list isn't all that long, and the Mandarin immersion that they offer every morning combines a bit of Waldorf and a bit of Montessori. And the rooftop playground has